loves a good pat, doesn't he? Don't you, Nettie? You love a good belly scratch. Loving the sun today. Stunning. What a gorgeous day. Good morning. What a beautiful day it is going to be today. I thought I would kick off my day with a beautiful walk outside. The sun is starting to peek through. We are now coming in to autumn and it's nice to have those chillier mornings, but it is going to be a little bit of a struggle. So I'm taking advantage of the nice weather while I can. And I thought I would just take you through my day, show you what's happening, give you some updates. And I think it's a perfect way to start with a walk. I find starting my day exercising gives me a lot more clarity. It also raises my serotonin and makes me feel good. I just have this like almost a high from getting out and moving my body, and I'm sure many of you also feel the same. And while I'm going through chemo, it is really challenging watching my body change physically. I'm going to obviously hold a lot more fluid. I've been gaining weight. Unfortunately, it is a side effect. Not only are you a lot hungrier because of the steroids, but I was also losing a lot of weight just from having cancer. And I was getting quite skinny. So, I mean, it's fine to obviously gain weight, but it is a little bit of a mental challenge. So I think going for a nice walk is a good way to reset my mind, take me out of that negative mindset, and just feel clearer in my day. I'll show you what it looks like on my walk. It's absolutely beautiful where I go. It's a little reserve not far from where I live, and where we've purchased our new home is actually like just pretty much the same distance to that reserve, so that's going to be lovely. Even though we're going to be in the middle of the bush where we're moving, it is nice to know that there's still a beautiful walking track to go and visit that is very close to home. So I'm going to take you guys there, and then after that I think I'll have some breakfast and I'll just take you through my day. It's a day at home and I'm packing, I'm tidying things up, I'm cleaning out cupboards, and I'm just getting ready for the move. So let's go. So I just received this package from Temple & Webster, and it's supposed to be, I'll put a picture of what it's supposed to look like. It's one of those travertine tables with the pillars at the bottom, but I didn't actually realize that it was laminate, and in the laminate is like pictures of where the holes should be. So it doesn't actually look as nice as it obviously would if it was real travertine, which I'm probably just gonna have to bite the bullet and get real travertine and pay for it. Obviously this was a bit more of a cost-effective option, but it's just not what I wanted. So I'm either gonna keep this as an outdoor coffee table, which I'm thinking is probably the best spot for it, especially because it'll be easy to keep clean, or I'm going to return it. I know I'm a little late to the game, but I just got myself a little robot vacuum and it was about time. I didn't really need it in this house because this house is a lot smaller than the house we're about to move into. And the house we're about to move into has 3 levels. So I think I'm gonna need a little bit of help with the vacuuming, and that is why I got this guy. So I've had it running for 2 days now. I've given it 2 goes. Oh my God, look at it, try and get over that. That is so funny. Is it gonna make it? I've had it going for 2 days and it's done such an amazing job. I am so happy I got this little guy. Oh my God, it's really struggling. I'm so sorry for the background noise, but I just thought I'd show you it in action. It's the Robo-Rock brand. And I just have its little docking station over here in our lounge room. And yeah, I think this is going to be perfect to take with us when we move. I just feel like I'm probably going to have to do a proper clean like once a week with the big vacuum, but I think this is going to be the perfect in between. So let me know, have you guys used a robo vacuum? Do you love it? Do you have any tips? Does it work as well on vinyl plank as it does on somewhere like this carpeted area? I have found it's done a pretty good job so far. And yeah, I'll show you what it's actually taken out. Okay, this is what the RoboVac just collected after an hour of vacuuming. Now I vacuum very regularly and that's how much it got out. So it's a full container. So I'm actually very impressed and very happy with my purchase. I'm just about to go into town and do a little food shop for my partner. I'm probably going to go just to Woolworths, and while I'm there I'll probably pick up some things for myself also. I do find that Woolworths has a little bit of a small organic range, and there are actually some really good products that you can find if you dig and if you know where to look. So I'll get home, I'll do a little bit of a haul for you, and then after that I'll probably have some lunch and see where the day takes us. This is pretty much everything we got. As I said, most of it's for my partner, but I'll just quickly show you the things that I picked up while I was doing this shop. I just thought before I put everything away, I'm just going to show you what I pick up for myself in this shop at Woolworths, some of the healthier things that you can find there. So I love these wild blueberries. They are spray free. They're not certified organic, but if you can find wild blueberries that are spray free, usually you're getting a good quality product. So I find these ones fantastic. They're just usually in the top, hiding in the freezer section at most Woolworths, and I love these. They're on special, so I got 3 bags. Now another thing I get, this is for my partner, but it's the, what's it called? Barumba Organics Dairy Cottage Cheese. It's just a really good brand. It's all organic. There's no nasties. The only ingredients are literally organic skim milk, rennet, which is vegetarian, and cultures. That's it. A lot of the other ones you find at the supermarket are full of nasties, and I don't like what's in them. So I get my partner this one, and we just put it in. He loves it in like pasta sauce or in egg scramble. It's very versatile and it's very high in protein. So that's another goodie at Woolworths. Another one I love is the Pana Organic Chocolate. There is a little bit of sugar in this, but it's coconut sugar or raw sugar. But this one is amazing. So when this is on special, I always get a few. It wasn't on special today, but I am going through my period right now, and I would love some dark chocolate. Well, it's like probably, well, it's 36% cacao, so it's not like super dark, but it is delicious. What's another one? Oh, I always pick up some organic carrots when I'm there for myself. I always juice these, or I'm grating them into like a taco seasoning with mince and stuff like that. So carrots are always getting utilized. I love that Woolies has the mingle seasonings and sauces. I always get the barbecue sauce. It wasn't on special and I've already got a couple, so I didn't stock up today. But the taco seasoning was on special, so I got the taco seasoning. Another good find is the Beerenberg, like their pickles and mustards and things like that. Now, while these aren't organic and they're not 100% clean, they do have very minimal ingredients. So this one has cauliflower, onion, zucchini, sugar, vinegar, mustard, corn flour, sea salt, garlic spice, xanthan gum, and natural beta-carotene. You just have to make sure they don't have any seed oils. Now, most of them only have olive oil, but just make sure none of them have seed oils. But again, this is a really good brand. Another one I found at Woolies, although not organic, I did contact the company, and this is free-range turkey. And it does have some preservatives, but I looked up the preservatives and they're just salt-based. which is not ideal, but for a quick little like snack or something like that, these slices are pretty clean. So most of them have, like most of the other turkey slices you find at the supermarket are full of terrible, horrible nasties, and this one's actually pretty minimal. So another good one that I found, and this is also another brand that I liked, the Kiwi sticks. These are just the organic beef sticks. Woolies have these and Coles, and they look like this. They actually taste like salami. They're all certified organic, and there are no nasty nitrates in them. These are another favorite. I always stock up on these when they are on special. So this one's my favorite, this one in particular. This is the coconut and vegetable curry, quinoa curry, and it literally has water, vegetables, coconut milk, quinoa, lentils, tomato paste, herbs and spices. That is it, not even any oil. So these are definitely a go-to. I've got the tomato, capsicum, potato and wild rice, and I also have the spring greens, ancient grains risotto. So these are fantastic if you're in a pinch. Going through chemo, I wasn't sure how I would go being able to make meals, and I stocked up on these as a little bit of a last resort, and they've actually turned into one of my favorites, especially this one. So definitely have a look at those. Everything else for me, I purchased from an organic grocer. All my fruit and veg is always organic or locally grown or homegrown. But my partner, he doesn't mind eating stuff from the supermarket. I try to be very mindful when I'm purchasing things for him, but he's a little bit more lenient with what he eats. So the rest of it's for him. I'm going to put all this away, and it's definitely time for some lunch now. I'm starving. So I just made some prosciutto with balsamic, tomato, garlic, onion, some boiled eggs. I have 3 with some salsa that I love. And I just made a little zucchini salad with some of that balsamic. So just going to sit down and enjoy my lunch. So good. These are amazing. My partner and I love making these, and it's just this beautiful like sourdough ciabatta. It's all organic. It's so lovely. So I just got a package from TEMU. And this is my first time actually ordering from TEMU, and I'm not impressed. I'm just not happy. It came really poorly packaged. Half of the like actual like box was almost sticking out of the packaging. So I took a photo, but nothing was damaged at least. It's just like I've ordered from Shein so many times, and I feel like Shein and TEMU are obviously quite similar. But I think I will be sticking with Shein for my future purchases, just because it wasn't a very nice experience for the first time. Anyway, I do like some of the things that I got, so I will show you. They are obviously for the new home, and I needed some salt and pepper shakers because I don't actually have a proper salt and pepper grinder, I should call them. So I found these on TEMU. They were only, I think, maybe $8 each. And I loved that they were in white. I really wish, it kind of irks me that the button on top was in gold, but it's not. It's in silver, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. I can make do with that. They are very nice though. So this is what they look like. I just got one for salt, one for pepper. These will be perfect when we're having people over. I can pop these on the table. They're the little battery operated, so when you push the button, it grinds it for you, and you can see inside and you know what's there. So these were very affordable for what they are. I did look at some like nicer, fancier ones, but you're paying like $40 for a set, and sometimes you're paying $40 for just one. So these were very affordable, and still they're very aesthetically pleasing. They will go with anything in my kitchen. So they were the first things I got. The second thing that I ordered, which is so nice, is, and it's just a dustpan. Like really, when you think a dustpan's nice, that's definitely when you know you're old. I've said it before. But I got this really nice dustpan. It's beige, like anything beige just gets me. It's gonna fit our color scheme in our house, obviously when we're painting and getting it all done and renovated, it will fit the aesthetic then. It obviously still needs a lot of work. I'm going to do an empty house tour with you when we move in, and I'll show you what I mean. Like, every single carpet's a different color, flooring's different, and even the rooms have all sorts of, like, some of them are very neutral, some's yellow, some's blue, so it's gonna be a lot of painting when I move in, and I'm going to be the one painting, but it's okay, I will get there. And it's so nice to have something you've chosen and you've created, but it is very hard for someone like a Libra like me, who is very hard with making decisions. So even just choosing a color white, I feel like is going to be a task, but I've narrowed it down, it's okay. So we will get there. But anyway, as I was showing you this, it's very nice, it's very neutral, it's got the really like dainty wooden handle, and it's in a really nice color. We don't actually even have one right now, but I'm not going to use this one in this home. I'm going to just leave it for when we move in. So I'm sure during renos this will definitely be coming in handy. Now this next one, you're gonna have a laugh. So I do little market stalls for my little business that I created called Celery & Co. And I wanted little gold foil thank you stickers to go on the packaging. And I found them on TEMU, and I was like, amazing, they're a beautiful gold foil, they're gonna look stunning. This is how they turned up. They are not gold foil, they're just printed, and they're so ugly. I'm so disappointed. I know it's just stickers, but like, they're so ugly and I'm not going to use them. It's just such an unnecessary purchase, and I hate wasting things. I almost want to return them just for the principle of false advertising, because they're not foil. They're literally like, they're printed to look like foil. So funny. So that was definitely a fail. I might just donate them to the op shop, because is it even worth the probably $1 return that they were? No, it's not, but it just makes me mad. So that's what I mean, like on Shein you can actually see lots of pictures. I feel like in TEMU there's less pictures in the comments, and I base everything off those pictures. So yeah, I probably should have looked into those just a little bit more. Moving on to the next one. This is another little thing from TEMU. I think I actually got these for free. That's why I did the order. Which makes sense why they were free, because they're so small. I thought they were a little bit bigger, but that's okay, because I still get lots of use out of these. So this came in a pack of 10, and it's just these little individual divider containers. These always come in handy. Like, these are probably going to be for my makeup drawer, for like hair serums and face serums and things like that. I would definitely get lots of use out of these. But I just wish they were a little bit bigger. I do need to pay attention on TEMU to the sizing of things and really getting my measurements. Like, I have a ruler in front of me, and sometimes I'll just double check the size just to make sure I'm not ordering something super small. Like, you see those, I'll try and find a video of it on TEMU, those videos where they order a couch and it's like this big. So I don't want to be caught in that situation. But yeah, I'm going to use these. There's nothing wrong with these at all. I just wish they were a little bit bigger, but they'll definitely come in handy. So as you saw in my video before when I was emptying my kitchen, I said I actually ordered some new measuring cups and spoons to match my new house decor. And this might be a little bit poxy for some people. Gold is classy if done in the right way, but these are kind of like that real tacky looking gold, but it's okay because I still kind of low-key love them. I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so this is how they came, and this is what they look like. Oh, I thought they were all connected. They're not connected. How many are there? Okay, so, oh, these are connected. I can show you these ones. These are the measuring cups, and I usually get ones that have more on them than just 4, but I don't bake a lot, and most recipes require like just 1/4 of a cup, a half a cup, or a full cup. So as long as they had those, I was happy. And yeah, they're just, I don't know, these look pretty. They're gold and they will fit into my aesthetic. So that is them. And then I also got the teaspoons to go with it. Again, I just ordered the basic ones. There's only 4, but that's all you really need as long as you've got the basics of them. And that is what these look like. So, oh, as I was saying, that's what the teaspoons look like. So that is those, and they're the teaspoons. Nothing much to say about them, but I actually really love them, even though they're like that tacky shiny gold. I think these are gonna look stunning in my kitchen. The next item I got, which is kind of freaking me out a little bit because this has been sitting on my table in the sun and it's sweating like inside the package. Can you see that? That is so gross. Obviously I clean everything when I take them out of their packets, but that's actually creeping me out. Anyway, I just got a little scrubbing brush. This is just going to be something I need while we're moving, when we move in, whenever I need it, it's there. These always come in handy. They're perfect for really getting into pots if you've got something stuck inside. I like to scrub my sink with them. They're so multifunctional, especially when you're moving home. So I picked this guy up. I think it was like $2. It's definitely going to get used. And the last thing I got from TEMU was these really cute slippers. So we are coming into winter and it's autumn and I'm already freezing and I only have summer slippers. So I decided to get some winter slippers, and I saw these on TEMU, and as I was already doing an order, I thought I might as well get them. And these are so cute. So these are gonna be my new winter slippers. I'm probably gonna get more. Like, I actually really like these and I think they were so inexpensive. And I got these in a size 9. They say home on them. It's kind of cute. And I just got that really nice beige color. I could have got the tan color, but I prefer the beige. So I picked those up as well, and these say 42 to 43. I thought I ordered them in a size smaller than that. I'm sure they'll fit, but they do look a little bit big. I don't mind my slippers big, especially when you got like big socks on. So I will definitely get lots of wear out of them because it is already freezing here in Melbourne. That was my little TEMU haul. As I said, I just got some basics for my next move into our new home. I just really want to be intentional about what I'm bringing into my home and making sure that everything has a purpose and not doubling up on things, and getting a proper cutlery set and a proper dinnerware set, not just something because it's cheap. Getting something that I actually love and that I'll use. And as you probably would have noticed, a lot of the stuff that I have in this house is 10 to 15 years old. So I have definitely gotten my use out of majority of the things that I purchase. I'm not someone who goes through things super quickly, but I do like to stay updated, and trends do get me sometimes. And I also like to have new things, and I want things to be cohesive and look good, especially when we're moving into our new home. So I hope you liked my little TEMU haul. Let me know what your experience with TEMU has been like. As I said, it wasn't my favorite. I'm probably going to just stick to Shein, but they do have some really like good homewaresy stuff on there and things that are affordable that can make a space look luxe. So I'm going to keep an eye out for those, but I'm definitely going to be doing my research a little bit better when I'm purchasing things, and definitely paying attention to sizes and, like those stick sheets, the quality. So let me know how you've gone on TEMU and if you have any suggestions for our new home. Sorry for the lighting, it is quite early. I'm up early because I have chemotherapy today. I didn't get to film the rest of our day yesterday because we got really busy, and we actually ended up catching up with our building inspector that just inspected our new home, and everything looks amazing, which is fantastic news. He said the house is really solid and we've made a really good purchase. So that is really good to know. And I'm just making a celery juice, so I thought at the same time as making my celery juice, I would just give you guys a little update about how my chemotherapy is going. I'm currently halfway through and things are looking absolutely fantastic, which is the best news you could ever ask for. I am quite over it at this point. I'm obviously having lots of symptoms, and that's, I think, not only are the symptoms hard to deal with, but the mental challenge behind it all. you take steroids while you're doing chemotherapy, and for those first 4 days that I have to take the steroids, you're on this like constant high, and all I can describe it as is you feel like you're just constantly, like your mind's constantly ticking. And then obviously when the steroids wear off, you have a little bit of that come down, and you get it. I personally get depressed, and it's really hard because you're constantly going through this up and down while you're dealing with symptoms from the chemo. And look, I'm so grateful because not everyone obviously gets to have treatment or have treatment be as successful as my treatment is so far, but it is still really challenging. So I'm getting there. It's just about staying positive, keeping the end in sight, and obviously just making sure I keep my mental health in check and I keep my physical health as good as it can be. So that's why I find juicing amazing, especially on a chemo day. I find that staying hydrated is one of the best things I could do. So that's been really helpful. And I just want to give a little shout out to my partner. He has been absolutely incredible throughout this entire process. It's very hard, I think, for a male at his age to watch your partner go through something so traumatic and so full on. But at the same time, he's been so patient with me. Obviously, I'm going through a lot, and he has just been my rock. He has been the biggest supporter, and he has been just so incredible. He's a little gift from heaven that God gave me. I'm so grateful for him, and I'm so grateful for the amazing people and support that I have in my life. I've got such an amazing team, beautiful family and friends. Everyone's been so supportive, so I'm very grateful. But I just want to share a story my partner told me this morning, which I thought was really sweet. He actually goes to I'll just turn this off. Sorry for that noise. I just want to tell you this story. So my partner drinks coffee. He goes every morning to this drive-through, and he recently told me that he has been paying for someone's coffee at least once a week, which I think is really sweet. Like, what a beautiful human. He's amazing. Anyway, he's been paying for someone's coffee, and he will go through and he'll just say, can I just pay for the person behind me? So apparently this morning his coffee was paid for because the person he paid for last time asked if they could pay for his. So they said, yes, he comes through every day and we'll definitely do that for you. So his coffee was paid for today, which I think is absolutely amazing that someone else was paying it forward. So I think it's just such a nice thing to do in your day. If you can just do one gesture like that, it's $5 and it will make someone's entire day. So I encourage you to pay it forward just like Lucas is doing, and maybe one time this week just pay for someone's coffee and just see the joy it brings you and that it brings the other person. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for all of the kind wishes and support as always. And I'm sending you lots of positivity and lots of love for your day. And I will see you in my next one. Thank you.